Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just an affable couple in love that loves reacting to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes, we do.
So this is season 2, episode 7 that we're checking out today. And you can get early ad-free access to our reactions and see full watch-along reactions over on Patreon. Links in the description of this video. You can also join Patreon for free and get like updates over there as well. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay. I jumped your line.
You did. I stomped all over it.
Okay. All right. All right. Take 2. You ready?
Ready.
Zuko alone. It's okay.
It's okay. Poor bird. Bird horse thing.
Bird horse thing. Ostrich horse or whatever.
Sure. It's prehistoric.
Yeah. Good man.
For once, he's not a total dick, and that makes him a good man. The jury's out on that.
Didn't rob a couple that was a pregnant woman.
No, he just robbed the mom and daughter who fed him and
True.
gave him hospitality.
Come on, spider snake eyes. Ha, yeah.
These guys are getting robbed.
Could I get some water, a bag of feed, and something hot to eat?
Not enough here for a hot meal. I can get you 2 bags of feed.
Ow! Hey! You
Door's hammer? Mjolnir?
Looks like it.
Meow meow?
egg had to come from somewhere.
Maybe a chicken flew over.
Thanks for your contribution. The army appreciates your support. You better leave town. Penalty for staying's a lot steeper than you can afford, stranger. Trust me.
Soldiers are supposed to protect us from the Fire Nation, but they're just a bunch of thugs.
Thanks for not ratting me out. I'll take you to my house and feed your ostrich horse for you. Come on, I owe you.
Ostrich horse.
Okay.
No one can ever sneak up on us.
No kidding.
Looks on the bright side. Pig chicken. Or rooster, I guess.
Does this guy have a name?
He doesn't have to say who he is if he doesn't want to, Sela. Those men should be ashamed to wear Earth Kingdom uniforms.
The real soldiers are all fighting the war, like Lee's big brother, Sen Su. Supper's going to be ready soon. Would you like to stay? Gonsu could use some help on the barn. Why don't you two work for a while, and then we'll eat.
So yeah, here's one charity.
You don't seem like you're from around here.
Far away.
Where are you going?
Lee,
Farther away.
stop asking the man personal questions, got it?
Yes. So how'd you get that scar?
Less than a second.
A man's past is his business.
Wise words from your father. Turtle duck!
See how Azula feeds turtle ducks?
Oh!
Why would you do that?
Yeah! Oh!
Good turtle duck.
Yep.
Why'd she do that?
That's what moms are like. If you mess with their babies, they're gonna bite you back.
Azula?
Oh.
What's this? Mom, we need equal teams to play a game.
I am not cartwheeling.
You won't have cartwheeling's not a game, dum-dum.
I don't want to play with you.
It's important for us to spend time together.
Oh, she's a great manipulator.
Go on now, just for a little while.
Now what you do is try to knock the apple off the other person's head, like this. See, I told you it would work. They're so cute together. You two are such...
Uncle Iroh sent us a letter from the war front. You're soaking wet.
Girls are crazy.
He's not wrong.
Ba Sing Se must be something to behold. I hope you all may see it someday, if we don't burn it to the ground first.
Until then, enjoy these gifts. For Zuko, a pearl dagger from the general who surrendered when we broke through the outer wall. Note the inscription and the superior craftsmanship.
Never give up without a fight.
And for Azula, a new friend fashioned for Earth Kingdom.
If Uncle doesn't make it back from war, then Dad would be next in line to be Fire Lord.
It would be awful if Uncle Iroh didn't return. And besides, Fire Lord Azulon is a picture of hell.
How would you like it if Cousin Lu Ten wanted Dad to die?
I still think our dad would make a much better Fire Lord than his royal tea-loving kookiness.
Ooh. His royalty-loving kookiness would have been a great title for him on the throne. He's kooky and crazy like us.
Yeah.
You're holding them all wrong. Keep in mind, these are dual swords. Don't think of them as separate, because they're not. They're just two different parts of the same whole.
Look at that.
I think you'd really like my brother Sensu. He used to show me stuff like this all the time.
Here. This ought to get you through a few meals.
Aww. Okay, Zuko, you have to kick their ass.
What do you want, Gao?
Just thought someone ought to tell you your son's battalion got captured. You boys hear what the Fire Nation did with their last group of Earth Kingdom prisoners?
Dressed them up in Fire Nation uniforms and put them on the front line unarmed. Then they just watched.
You watch your mouth.
Why bother rooting around in the mud with these pigs?
You came over here just to say that, like, how terrible of a person do you have to be? I just want to deliver you bad news and rub it in.
If it's even real, or if it was just to harm him.
Yeah, but why?
Lieutenant did not survive the battle.
What's gonna happen to my brother?
I'm going to the front. I'm going to find Sensu and bring him back.
When my dad goes, will you stay?
Aww.
I need to move on. Here, I want you to have this. Read the inscription.
Made in Earth Kingdom. Never give up without a fight.
You waste all your time playing with knives. Uncle's coming home.
Does that mean won the war?
It means Uncle's a quitter and a loser.
Oh!
He found out his son died and he just fell apart. A real general would stay and burn Ba Sing Se to the ground, not lose the battle and come home crying.
Probably just sad his only kid is gone.
Yeah.
Your father has requested an audience with Fire Lord Azulan. Best clothes, hurry up.
Fire Lord Azulan. Can't you just call him grandfather? He's not exactly the powerful Fire Lord he used to be.
Young lady, not another
She's
word.
always been fierce.
What is wrong with that child?
Yeah.
He's psychopath.
Sozin managed to win the Battle of Han Tui.
Because even though his army was outnumbered, he cleverly calculated his advantages. Their defenses burned to a crisp in minutes.
Correct, my dear. Would you show Grandfather the new moves you demonstrated to me? She's a true prodigy, just like her grandfather, for whom she's named.
I'd like to demonstrate what I've been learning.
Oh no.
I failed.
No, that's who you are, Zuko. Someone who keeps fighting even though it's hard.
You had a great mom.
So what happened to her?
What are you...
You must have realized, as I have, Iroh's bloodline has ended. My brother abandoned the siege at Ba Sing Se. But I am here, Father, and my children are alive. Say what it is you want. Father, revoke Iroh's birthright. I am your humble servant. You dare suggest I betray Iroh directly after the demise of his only beloved son? Your punishment has scarcely begun.
Dad's going to kill you. Really, he is.
What is wrong with her?
You must know the pain of losing a firstborn son by sacrificing your own.
Liar.
I'm only telling you for your own good. Maybe you could find a nice Earth Kingdom family to adopt you.
Stop it.
What is going on here? It's time for a talk.
There you go. Yes. Call her out on her bullshit.
Azula always lies. Azula always lies.
Zuko.
You have to help. It's Lee. The thugs from town came back as soon as Gonsu left. I know we barely know you, but...
I'll get your son back.
Hell yeah, Zuko! Okay. I was like, don't you dare end this fucking episode there.
Seriously.
But it does seem like the final pose. It feels very westerny.
Mm-hmm.
Let the kid go.
Who do you think you are, telling us what to do?
You're not soldiers. You're bullies.
Yep.
Freeloaders abusing your power. You're sick cowards messing with a family who's already lost one son to the war.
Are you gonna let this stranger stand there and insult you like this?
Doesn't even have to bust out the firebending. Not with these cowards. shit. You're no match for my mallets.
Behind you!
You might have to bust out your fire,
Yep.
Zuko.
Zuko, please, my love, listen to me. Everything I've done to protect you. Remember this, Zuko. Never forget who you are.
Yep, here it is. Oh, the badass shot. Careful, you don't want to burn down the whole town.
Who are you?
My name is Zuko, son of Ursa and Fire Lord Ozai, Prince of the Fire Nation and heir to the throne.
Yeah, they don't like the Fire Nation there.
I heard of you. You're not a prince, you're an outcast. His own father burned and disowned him.
Not a step closer.
It's yours.
No, I hate you.
Even when he does right.
Mom! Mom! Where's Mom?
No one knows. Oh, and last night, Grandpa passed away.
Not funny, Azula. You're sick, and I
Yeah.
want my knife back. Now.
Who's going to make me? Mom?
Where is she?
Azula, Fire Lord to our nation for 23 years. You were our fearless leader in the Battle of Garza. You were father of Iroh, father of Ozai, husband of Ayla, now past, grandfather of Lu Ten, now past, grandfather of Zuko and Azula. As was your dying wish, you are now succeeded by your second son. Hail Fire Lord Ozai!
Man, she's always had the crazy eyes.
Mm-hmm. And the psychopathic tendencies.
So in order to feel lost, was the deal that he had to give up his wife? He had to kill his wife?
Or did she sacrifice herself for Zuko?
Yep, that was it. That makes more sense.
Which would further explain why the dad winds up hating Zuko. If Zuko was always a disappointment compared to his sister in terms of firebending, and I mean, she does seem to be cut from the same cloth as her father, from all that we know about him. And so if Zuko was more of an empathetic person, more of a kind person whose interests weren't in firebending to fight and to kill, but who had other interests, and he lost his wife for that disappointing child, then that would explain a lot of his animosity.
I think you nailed it, beautiful. Although, I mean, for the empathy that Zuko had, he was a dick to the turtle duck.
He was.
Well, that's because he was learning it from Azula. He's like, oh, this is how Azula plays with a turtle duck. It's like, why would you? Don't take any lessons from your sister.
Seriously.
And man, she did a number on him. Was he's still saying that Azula always lies. Azula always lies. There was a cool shot when he busted out the fire swords and it was just swirling around him. And finally he stopped running from who he was and embraced it, even if it meant being hated. And
I don't think he realized fully what their reaction was going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, because he could have been a firebender and not claimed the title of royalty of the Fire Nation. But he, to his credit, he was doing a good thing, something he believed in, something I think he was proud to do.
Yeah.
And so he was proud to say who he was. And I don't think he's had a lot of moments like that in his life. I was happy for him to see all that. It saddened me that the response to it was rejection. And I don't blame the Earthbenders. The Fire Nation has been horrible. They're the enemy. And if they're judging, we do this nowadays. It's not like people have ever learned the lesson yet. Mm-hmm. People still judge people based on this one thing that they know about them, this one aspect. You are affiliated with X political party, you practice X religion, you have X sexuality, like insert whatever into the X. And that is something that people will judge and reject you for. That's their baggage. But like, it just sucks for Zuko that in this moment when he's having, I think, a really good moment for him and his development and growth as a person, it has that response to it.
I do like, and I don't know that I just didn't pick up on it before, but like, I love how they call all the animals like the hybrids between the two, like
turtle duck.
Yeah, turtle duck, ostrich horse. They don't have like different names for them, like like a weird name or something like that. It's just like they call it what its combined animal is. So I don't know. I just like that's something simple like that I hadn't noticed before this one because it came up a lot in this episode. I feel like so I noticed it more and like I appreciate that.
So what is Appa?
Appa is bison. Oh, what was Falcor in Neverending Story? I don't know, but he's that.
A giant dog?
A bison. Falcor was kind of a dog. Yeah, dog face, but he's like a flying dragon too, like almost. He's like not a dragon, like a Chinese dragon kind of.
Okay.
I did think it was funny that like if your mom is asking what the hell is wrong with you, like, and you're her own kid. Like, Azula, you are messed up. It's like, what is wrong with that kid? And that mom was super nice and just loving and, like amazing. But even she didn't know what to do with Azula and her craziness.
It does make me wonder, like, what did prompt this in Azula? Like, is she really just a psychopath?
Yeah, I think so. I think what you wanted is going to happen. Like, they haven't shown anything that like, oh no, look, her and Zuko were just the same. And like, they were all both sweet kids. It's like, no, she was always a little psychopath. And that's just the way she was born. And she was just a screw loose because it's not the upbringing.
Although she seemed to, nope, I take that back. I was going to say, she seems to be interacting with her, kind of like her fellow girlfriends, except that like, the girlfriend that she knew had a crush on Zuko, she went forward to kind of humiliate her. So like, no, really, she just loves inflicting pain on others, whether it's physical or emotional or mental. She seems to get off on pushing those buttons.
Yeah, and being alpha and asserting her dominance. And the same crazy you see in her eyes now, it was there when she was a kid.
Yeah.
So they did a good job with that.
Yeah, because now they gave that kid power and prestige, and
she's gonna kill her dad.
Oh God, yeah,
she's gonna kill her dad.
Probably.
Yeah.
She was so eager for Grandpa to kick the bucket.
Yeah.
And like, how soon could the uncle die so that they could get the power? So yeah.
Well, and she wanted. I think the reason that she wanted her dad to take over was so that she could become the ruler of the Fire Nation because she's like, well, it's not gonna be Zuko. So it's gonna be me, and I'm almost like my dad. So it's gonna get passed down to me, and I'm gonna take the throne.
I mean, there's that part of me that's like, I don't know, maybe they're just kind of, pardon the expression, like fucked up by being rich royal kids, and like it's a cutthroat world. But no, that's fucked up Zuko.
Yeah,
that hasn't fucked her up. I'm pretty sure she came out of the womb like that. Just a tiny little psychopath.
With crazy eyes right away. She was a little baby. She had crazy eyes.
Yeah. Probably. Sad but true.
So if you want to jump ahead to the next episode, go ahead and check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Or you can go to patreon.com/definitely-not-definitive. Thanks so much for seeing our reaction for Avatar, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.
You do this now.
Oh, big stretch.
You do this now. You hear me doing this, and now you get all hammy, and you ham it up, and you're a little ham.